Bloomberg's D.C. Dream Team right here in Tampa. Julianna Goldman, Nichols, Matt Dowd. How do you like that?
That's
you
awesome.
are the Dream Team. You guys know this stuff unlike anyone else. Let's talk a little bit about what they need to accomplish with women through Ann tonight, Matt.
Well, I think Ann Romney is the one I think that has to begin to make the sale on this, and MITT is the man and MITT is the person. Shows some part of his heart. Women, many women voters more than men voters want to tap into that sort of gut level instinct that they have about somebody. And I think part of MITT's problem and why he has the numbers he does among women today is there's a disconnect on sort of the feeling about him and who he really is. And so I think Ann has to try to make that part of that sale. In the end, MITT has to make it, but Ann has to begin to make the sale as here's who this person is: a husband, a father in this family. Give them the heart of Mitt Romney.
Mm-hmm. It's a lot of pressure on her, Hans. I mean, can she deliver on this?
Well, we'll see, right? Every time they put Ann Romney out, she's done fairly well. I don't know if she's exceeded expectations, but the reviews have been good, even from Democrats. The Obama campaign will acknowledge that Ann Romney is a pretty able campaigner, just the way Michelle Obama was a good campaigner for the president. A little bit of a liability at first, but Ann seems like she's a total net plus. The challenge for Romney tonight is to listen to his wife. That's why he came down early, so he can be the audience, being the adoring husband, listening to what his wife has to say. In a way, though, it's out of their control because it has to do with the networks and what their cutaway shots are going to be. How often are we going to zero in on Mitt Romney listening adoringly to his wife while she's making the case? Then they'll probably go all up on stage and there'll be this nice, happy family.
So that's part of it, right? I mean, women respond to that if they see a husband looking adoringly at his wife as she's speaking. He's there to support her. That's something that resonates with women.
Well, in modern times, votes are now cast not just for one person, they're cast for a family. And it's important to keep in mind, when people vote now today, they're voting for a family in the White House, not just a candidate.
And it's been a challenge for him thus far, Juliana. I mean, we just looked at the numbers. Barack Obama polling much better among women than Mitt Romney.
Yeah, and it's a challenge for him, we're not just looking at Ann Romney's speech tonight, but it's how the Romney campaign is going to pivot from this speech and where it's going to allocate resources, trying to get out not just the women's vote, not just getting out their base women, but independent women voters in key suburbs, Ohio, Cleveland area, Northern Virginia. You talk to Republican strategists here. That's where they say Mitt Romney has a lot of ground that he needs to make up.
You know, let's get back to the economy for a second and how it affects women, because women have actually fared far better than men in this economic downturn. The unemployment rates are less severe among women than they are among men. Yet, women in general tend to be more the CFOs of their family. They're the ones that are writing the checks and paying the bills every week. So do they have a certain sense of the economy? Are they looking for more of a solution, and perhaps they just haven't quite yet heard it?
Well, so that's what the Romney campaign is banking on. Mitt Romney, any chance he wants to talk about the economy and how it affects any demographic: women, Hispanics, white working class. The Obama campaign wants to do that, but to focus on social issues. And so you see where the Obama campaign is investing its resources. One ad that they've started running since August 17th, I believe it is, linking Mitt Romney and Paul Ryan, looking at their policies, defunding Planned Parenthood, anti-abortion.
So in other words, keep it all about the social issues, and that way you can get women riled up about Romney. Go ahead.
One slight thing, the Obama campaign likes talking health care with women. They think that's one of their best applause lines when the president's out there on the stumps, gives a speech about health care should be a choice between a woman and her doctor. That's their favorite applause line.
But what about the debt issue? I mean, is this one that Governor Romney could hammer home, because women are thinking about their children, they're thinking about what's going to be the opportunity for their children?
I think they have to do, if they're going to do it, they got to connect it in a real way, and they have to connect it in a way that says why government may not be working and why the economy may be affected by it. But just a discussion on the debt, I think, will be too stale and cold. Keep in mind, 2/3 of the swing voters, the undecided voters in this country today, are women. And that is the group that ultimately is going to decide. And these women voters, the key group is women voters that are middle class, that like President Obama, that voted for President Obama, but are disappointed in the direction in the country and are dissatisfied with the economy. That is the key group.
Really quick, a tease ahead to something we'll get into more tonight. Matt Dowd, if this doesn't succeed, if they don't succeed getting the message across with Ann tonight, can they spend a lot of money on advertising and then do it?
Well, it's a couple of stops real quick. Paul Ryan's speech is going to matter. Mitt Ryan's speech is going to matter in the course of that. The debates are going to matter in the course of that. Yes, they're going to try to spend a lot of money in this, but in the end, the candidate has to make the sale.